wonder, who will you be, our children?
What is up, everybody? This is Anthony, VR Game Rankings, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so it is another day. It is another dollar. It is September 5th. This is the year of our Lord, 2018. It is Wednesday. Wednesday. But if you spell it, it's Wednesday. Did anybody ever think about that when they were in school? I used to think, oh, how do you spell Wednesday? Wednesday, Nintendo Entertainment System. You know, so it is Wednesday. It is another show. And I got to tell you, shit show number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Shit show number 2. My apologies. Scrambling, not ready. See, here's the deal. The bottom line is, with this show, I probably shouldn't have a show every day, is the way it probably should work. I probably shouldn't have a show every day. But for me, it's easier to just say I'm doing a show every day at 11 a.m. and just have it, you know, every day 11 a.m. Except, of course, for Saturday, which we're noon. And, of course, for Sunday, where we're 5 to 10 minutes after the VR Roundtable episode. But it's just easier for me to say there's a show every day. And some days I will not be prepared in any way, shape, or form to do a show. I won't have any news stories. I won't have anything. And that's kind of the way I am right now. And so my apologies to everybody out there as far as that is concerned. I'm still doing actual show prep. In fact, I have some things. I'm working on some stuff right now. I wanted to try to basically show a few things in the window here. And so I'm actually doing some show prep right now. So I hope people don't mind that. I'm going to try rendering something real quick, which is going to kill the stream for us a split second, but hopefully it'll be very short, you know. So it's just one of these things, man. I don't know what to tell you. Actually, you know what? Speaking of this, one of the things I was thinking, and this is something I'm kind of interested in, is anybody out there in chat, if you're on Skype, okay, and if you have a webcam, and if you have a mic, I'm thinking about bringing in some chatters into, you know, bringing them into this OBS. Like, see my little window up here, my widescreen window? I'm thinking about moving that window over and bringing a little square in with one of you guys as a special guest in chat. I've never done it before. Tessroom says no Skype, only Discord. Yeah, I've never actually done this before. I'm guessing it's not that incredibly difficult to do, but I really actually have no freaking idea how to do it. It's probably something that I should do, what do you call it? Like when the show isn't live, you know, I should do this like on my own time. But if somebody wants to try to Skype in, basically what I would have to say, what Skype, Paradise Decay. Yeah. Basically, if anybody out there does want to Skype in, you can go ahead and shoot me a message on Reddit. My Reddit name is Anth916. It's ANTH916, capital A, NTH916. Shoot me a private message on Reddit right now if you want to, and I'll give you my Skype name. You can try Skyping me, and I can try putting you onto this show. I don't know that it's going to work. It might be a complete and utter disaster, or maybe I'll just have your video and I won't have any sound, but we can screw around. We can play around. Like I said, this is shit show number 2, back-to-back shit shows. You gotta love it. And so what I was doing here, let me get back to, I was working on something here. Yeah, so what I'm trying to do is that there's a few pictures that I got recently. Just got these pictures, and they have so much white background behind them that what I'm trying to do is trying to crop out the good stuff so we don't have just gigantic unnecessary white backgrounds for no apparent reason. I don't know why they make these pictures. I guess it's because it's going to be on a website and they need the white background like that. So I guess that's why they do it. But what I'm doing right now is I'm saving some of these pictures And I'm going to try to render this shit live, which is a bad idea. It is certainly a bad idea. I'm about to check chat here in just a second. I was just going to try to crop these pictures real quick and then see if I can render them real quick, get them onto the show real quick. It's just one little tiny news story, not a big deal, but we got to do what we got to do. So today's show, I'll just tell you guys, today's show is probably going to be a different show, a different show than normal, because I am going to be kind of screwing around. But we can learn some stuff today. That's the good news. The good news is we can learn some stuff. And another thing that I think I'll try today is, you know how I normally go to Reddit and all of that? I still haven't set up dual monitors. I know I'm crazy late to the party on that. Still haven't done that. But what I could do is I could try to set it up where, you know, it's just showing what's on my PC, and we could try doing that, you know, as an experiment. I could try doing that a little bit later in the show, still chopping up a couple of these pictures. Oh, check this out. You want some late breaking news? Here's some late breaking news. It is 11:08 a.m. and Job, my lawnmower guy, he still isn't here. It's 11:08 and dude hasn't showed up. Now, here's the deal. Back when I started doing this show, my lawnmower guy would cut my lawn at like 9:30 in the morning. He was here every Wednesday at 9:30. Then he started coming like around 10 and then 10:15. Well, it's 11:08. Dude hasn't even arrived. It's like he's almost like planning it for my show. I would go tell him, hey man, I'm kind of like doing this live stream thing. You know, I really don't necessarily like the fact that you come in here with your loud ass lawnmower and you destroy my show, especially with the blower and all of that sort of thing. But I wonder, he'll probably look at me like, what the fuck are you talking about? Live stream? What is you talking about, Willis? Okay, so what I'm doing right now is, yeah, I'm continuing to do pre-show work. Just want to grab this little news story here, but I have to do my clips like this. I will check chat in just a second. Oh, another thing that we can get into today as well is, what is everybody else playing right now? We could talk about that. What are you guys playing? What are you guys into? Did anybody grab Zone of the Enders yesterday? I'm still playing Firewall 0 Hour. Still impressed as hell by Firewall 0 Hour. God damn, they did a bang-up job. They really did a bang-up job. And you know what? I've put both of my teenage sons into Firewall 0 Hour, and both of them actually got legitimately frightened by the game. Frightened. I mean, it's not a horror game. Firewall 0 Hour isn't a horror game, but it's almost like they can't handle it. And a big part of it is because of that 3D audio. The 3D audio is just next level. It is some next level 3D audio. That's another topic we could get into real quick. What is the best 3D audio out there in any VR game ever? I would have to say, like, the 3D audio that has impressed me the most, probably the Gallery Episode 2. I thought their 3D audio was really damn good. But I know there's lots of other games that have great 3D audio. Okay, so check this out, folks. I am going to try to render something right now. It's gonna screw up our show for a second, but it should only be for a very short second. So let's go ahead and try this. We'll try this live. And I got to render it twice too, which really sucks. I need a brand new video editing program. Okay, so rendering has begun. My show has probably shat the bed right about now. It's probably all messed up, maybe not. Okay, I'm looking at the chat. Main fan, Vive wireless adapter up for pre-order on multiple sites. Sony has announced 2 new PSVR bundles. Kev Gret is talking about that. Brad Dahl, I would tell him he's messing up the show. It's a shit show. Attack of Job. Dude isn't even here, actually. I thought he just arrived. It's 11:11, and dude isn't even here. I thought he arrived, but he isn't here. Dr. Freeman says, Pavlov update is fantastic. When you die, you can spectate in a Diablo 2 style mode. That sounds pretty sweet. I will die very often. I do have Pavlov. I could try that. Ekin Hawk. Sup, Ant? What is up, Ekin? Nice to see you in chat. Always nice to see anybody new in chat. We mostly have the same old folks on chat. By the way, though, does anybody have a webcam? Does anybody have a mic? Does anybody want to try to Skype in? I know this is like straight up last minute, and I don't even know what I'm doing. But so you know what? I rendered that, and it didn't seem to shit the bed. Maybe when I use this other thing, it'll shit the bed. Okay, so I got to render it again. Yeah, see, I got to render it once just to get it out of the program, and then I render it again to get it into 1080p. So that it'll fit my window and work right. It's complicated. Let's see. Let me do this real quick, and we'll see. Does this kill the show? Okay, so rendering starting now. Now let's see. Does this kill the show? Okay, this chop, 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 chop seems to still kind of be working. Hey, Noah wants to Skype in. Okay, so Noah. It's Anth916 on Reddit. Oh, your Discord. I don't have Discord on this particular computer. I do not have Discord. Do you have Skype? I need somebody with Skype because I know how to work with Skype a little bit. Discord, I've used Discord a little bit here and there, but I don't have it on this particular computer. On Reddit, but it's not Skype. Yeah, yeah, I need somebody that has Skype. I know some people don't like Skype, but oh well. Okay, so let's just get into some of the little news stories that there are today. I mean, there are some news stories. There is some stuff going on. And luckily, I did a couple little rendering things, and it didn't seem to mess up my show. So maybe I can try doing this more as we go along. I know the last time I tried to render something, it really screwed up the show. Okay, so I have a picture on the screen right now. Now, this is this picture that they have out there for the Vive wireless adapter. One of the most interesting looking contortions of a human body I've ever seen. I suppose a human body can get into this kind of pose. Very abnormal, if you will. You can see the little battery pack on hers, I don't know, belt. You can see the Vive wireless adapter. You see the blue controllers. Tessrim says, if I was wireless, I'd be looking like that too. At my age, I don't know that I can bend my arms and my legs into that sort of a pose anymore. I think I'd have to be about 13 years old to be able to get into that pose, but it is an interesting picture. Yeah, so the news is that the Vive wireless adapter is out there. You can now order it at a lot of different sites. It is available for pre-order on the Microsoft Store. It was kind of on Amazon. Emphasis on the word kinda. Okay, Noah just messaged me. I'm going to send Noah my Skype name. And I'm going to send him my Skype name. Wait, God, now I don't know. Is that my freaking Skype name? Yeah, okay, that's my Skype name. Okay, I'm going to send him my Skype name. And if he wants to install Skype and try to do this, we can try to do this. Go ahead and try to add me on Skype, and if I get that, I'll try to add it in the chat. I know it's kind of crazy to try to do this at the last minute. But yeah, so you do need a PCI slot for that. Eckenhawk says, yeah, absolutely, you do need a PCI slot, and so that is a problem if you are a laptop person and you want to do everything by laptop. You're kind of screwed. But the good news is you're not using a router and all this other crazy stuff that you have to do with the TPcast. Pre-orders for the Vive wireless adapter are live on the Vive website as well. Of course, all of us, if in any way, shape possible, we can avoid ordering things through Vive, we probably will, because you just, I mean, customer service with Vive, I mean, just get the hell out of Dodge. Oh, they have a video for the Vive wireless adapter. Let me go ahead and actually grab this video. Whoa, that was loud. Okay, let me go ahead and grab this video. Not sure if I've seen this video before, but we'll go ahead and grab this and I can throw this into the stream. But yeah, so the Vive wireless adapter is live. It's in the building. It is here. And you know, the cool thing about the Vive wireless adapter, it actually does tempt me. I legitimately am tempted to grab like a used Vive, just so I can get a Vive wireless adapter, because I feel like this is the better wireless option right about now. Let me go ahead and grab, I got this trailer, we'll pop it in and I'll check it out. Wireless VR is here. Okay, let's go ahead and check this out. It's really loud. Oh yeah, I've seen this before. I can't do that in my room. I'd smack the ceiling like you wouldn't believe. But you know, we were talking about a tennis game yesterday. And if you are going to play a tennis game, if you're going to play Racket and X, having something like this would be incredibly awesome. Unseen Diplomacy, incredibly awesome. The problem you get into, though, once you do go wireless, is now you're going to be running into your chaperone like you've never ran into your chaperone before. So one of the things that I would recommend anybody, if you do grab one of these, one of the best ways to stay within your play space is to get yourself a rug. And I have a rug. I'm going to move my camera right here. Okay, see that rug right there? That is my play space right there. And so I got this rug, and what that rug does is if I step off of that rug, I kind of know that I'm kind of going out of my bounds. And I think that is a great thing to have. If you were to have wireless, you'd really kind of need to have that. Paradise Decay says, swinging your arms around with wireless is just asking for trouble. Ekin Hawk, is the Pimax wireless? No, it is not. Phil Yarn says, what's up on a Rec Room meetup? And some people in chat are talking about Discord. They're saying, why don't we set up a Discord channel for the show? And I'll tell you why. Because this show, actually, I'll give you guys a little sneak peek. This show is moving channels. Yeah, we are going to move channels. There is going to be a new YouTube channel for this show. And when is it going to happen? Well, right now, I am in the process of working on some logos. There's going to be a new show name. The show is going to have a new name. It's not going to be the Daily Vlog Live. As catchy as a name as Daily Vlog Live is. Oh my God, it's such a catchy name. Hey, have you seen the Daily Vlog Live? The Daily Vlog Live. Yeah, everybody knows about the Daily Vlog Live. Oh, I got a Skype. This is Noah. So let me see if I can add him in. Accept. Okay, so I just added Noah on Skype. Now, let's see here. Yeah, this is the right guy. Messaging disabled until request is accepted. Okay, yeah, it is the right guy, Noah. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be very interesting. I don't know that this is going to work at all. It's not allowing me to message him for some reason. It's saying, oh, here, I can go now. Okay, let me see. Try doing a camera call. Try doing a camera call. Let's end this call and we'll try doing a camera call. So I'm gonna end that call. Noah, try to. Okay, here we go. Video is turned off. Oh, you know what? I wonder if my video is, yeah, another program. What is up, man? Okay, hold on a second. Oh, do you have video? Because I'm seeing like a static picture.
I don't have any video. If you're hearing my voice, tell me if it works, please.
Yeah, no, I hear your voice. I hear your voice.
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Do you hear me?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Yeah, well, let me see if I can, let me try adding you in here real quick.
Probably just get my phone to
Yeah, well, just hold on a second. What I'll do is I'm going to add, yeah, so once again, everybody that is watching this show live, this is going to be a different show here. I'm just trying to do some things. So let's see here. What I want to do is, Let's see, would it be media source or video capture device? Probably video capture device. And then let's say okay. And then let's see. Oh, you know what? No, it's not. It's not capture device. I think it's like display capture. Let me see. It's one of these things. I'm trying to add you into the OBS. Okay. Yeah, and then I gotta find like the actual Skype window. Properties. Ah, man, I don't. Yeah, it's not. I did OBS. I'm in OBS. Yeah. I thought window capture. Maybe this is what I want to do. Yeah, because then you get actual Skype. Yeah. Here. You can? You. Oh, okay. Oh, this thing. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay, yeah. This is this window here. Yeah, I'm trying to. Okay, yeah. This is showing. It's showing a folder of mine. I'm looking for Skype on here, but I'm not seeing Skype in any of these ones. I have VRGR Live, Microsoft Edge, 4K video downloader, Movie Studio Platinum thing. It's weird. I'm not seeing Skype because in this other guy's video where he was kind of breaking it down, he had Skype. I can show you guys my calculator. Let's see. System settings. Weird. Window match priority. Maybe it's this one. No, let's see. Window title must match. I don't know why it's not showing Skype. I'm using the, yeah, it's a slightly older version of Skype, because like if you use the most brand newest version of Skype, there's problems with it. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and abort this mission, and I'm gonna try. We'll try this. I'll try this offline sometime and figure it out. But yeah, I mean, we'll just. I just got to get the basics down, and then we'll figure it out. But let's see. So now I want to get this out of here. Okay. Well, anyways. Sorry about that, folks. I will eventually figure that out at some point. Thanks, Noah, for giving me a try there. Thought it may be a little bit easier, but didn't really work quite well. Anthony, can we name your new show? I have a name. Okay, so let me go back to the new show thing. So a long time ago, I had a plan to have a different name for the show. Remember, I used to do the daily vlog. It was the daily vlog, you know, and I pre-recorded the show, and it was me standing here, and then I had my video screen, you know, the old show, the old way that we did it. And I always knew at some point, Lawnmower Man still isn't here as far as I know, by the way. But I knew at some point I would be changing the name of this show. It wasn't going to be the daily vlog. I knew that a long time ago. And so I had all these plans of how it was going to be, and I came up with a name a long time ago. Like, I came up with this name well over a year ago. And I was going to go to this new show. And then the other part of it, too, was this YouTube channel, the YouTube channel that I am on. One of the things about it is I cannot monetize this YouTube channel. So I might be able to get like $1 or 50 cents for some of these videos, and I can never do that. And the reason I can never do that is because it's a long convoluted story, but basically it had to do with like my kids clicking on something, and it screwed everything up. So anyway, the bottom line is I've always thought of having a new name and going to a new channel, and so that is going to be the plan. But I'm working on a logo for this new channel, and when the logo is finalized, then I will work on an intro outro video for this new channel. And then so once I have my intro outro video and I have my logo, then bam, we're going to move over to a new channel. So it is not going to be the VR Game Rankings channel anymore. It is going to be a different channel. It's a different name. It's a different deal. And I don't know, you know, hopefully most of the subscribers will migrate over there. I'm trying to remember which window this is. Oh, I can remove it this way. Yeah, I'm going to remove that. Okay. So I'm hoping that most of my subscribers will eventually move over to this new show, but I don't know. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. It's questionable, but we'll see what happens. But who cares? Who cares? If only 200 people move over or 100 people move over or whatever, it doesn't really matter. What does it matter? You know, I'm going to start over from scratch. I don't care. So I will start over from scratch. But in the news, this is something Kev Gret, I believe, mentioned. We have new PSVR bundles that are coming. We have a Creed Rise to Glory bundle that includes Super Hot. It includes, this is a nice bundle. Look at that. You got Creed on one side, you got Super Hot on the other. You got the 2 Move controllers, and then we have another bundle. This is kind of replacing the Doom VFR bundle, and this is Astrobot and Moss. Talk about some awesome combinations here with these bundles, and this information was on the Sony blog. Let me get back to my history here. Sony blog had this information. I wanted to try to, oops, that's not it. Let's see, history. Where is the Sony blog? I'll just look it up. But yeah, Sony blog has some new information on these bundles. I wanted to see when these bundles were. I'm guessing that they're arriving the day that Creed arrives, right? Sony blog, PlayStation blog. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so yeah, introducing 2 new PSVR bundles. They each come with 2 games each. Great news for anyone interested in exploring VR gaming. And we have, of course, the Creed and Super Hot bundle. It says that it is going to hit store shelves on September 25th, the same day as the launch of Creed, which makes a lot of sense. This bundle will have a suggested retail price of $350 US. So basically, this is replacing the Skyrim bundle. You get a PSVR system, you get the PlayStation camera, you get a demo disc, you get the 2 PlayStation VR Move controllers, you get Creed Blu-ray disc, and oh, you get a Super Hot digital game voucher. So you get a little voucher, but you get the Creed, you get the actual Blu-ray physical copy of Creed. Okay, now if we move over to Astrobot Rescue Mission and Moss bundle, this is arriving on October 2nd, which is not very long after the Creed bundle. Very close, right? This is going to retail $299.99 US dollars, basically $300. This comes with a PSVR system. You get 1 camera, you get the PS4 camera, you get a demo disc, and you get Astrobot on Blu-ray disc, and you get a Moss digital game voucher. So these are the combos that are coming out very soon. Really nice bundles. I think this is great news for everybody in the VR world. I mean, great news for PlayStation VR, because let's face it, PlayStation VR is the overall ambassador, I would have to say, for VR gaming in the mass market scene. This is stuff that people see. They go to Target, they go to Walmart, they go to Costco. This is the type of thing that you're going to see there. And I think having these combos, I think this is a great idea. Now, some might say, hey, well, wouldn't Skyrim still sell better than, say, Creed Rise to Glory? Maybe, but, you know, Skyrim is a year old. So this is a thing, you know, so they're putting a brand new game in there, and they're pairing it with Super Hot, which is a great combination. You know, it's a good combination to have. And then Moss and Astrobot, what a freaking awesome combination that is. So like Phil Yarn, you know, or some of the people that in chat, some of you guys that have been waiting to maybe pick up a PlayStation VR at some point, I don't know. If it was me, maybe I'd wait until October 2nd and I'd grab that Astrobot bundle. You know, if you already got a PS4, you just need the camera, you need the headset, you could play Astrobot. See, the reason they have Astrobot and Moss in there is you don't need Move controllers. Astrobot and Moss play absolutely perfectly fine without the Move controllers. And so that's a nice bundle for that. Now, Creed, you need to have your hands. You need to have hand presence. It's a boxing game, so you need the moves. And Super Hot, you obviously need the moves as well. So really nice combo here. This is what delayed the show at the beginning. I wanted to cut these pictures out without having a gigantic white background and then get these into the show. And so I was able to do that. That is what delayed our show. But yeah, these are the new bundles. I'm excited about that. Sar In says, is Moss a VR title? Yes, it is. And it is a damn good VR title. If you don't know about Moss, Moss started out as a PlayStation exclusive by Polyarch, is the developer. It was a PlayStation exclusive, an absolutely enchanting game. I believe it came out in late February. I probably have a Moss trailer somewhere around here. Oh, what's the new show name? Well, I am going to wait. I am going to wait on the new show name, and I'm going to wait on the trailer. I mean the logo and the intro outro trailer. I will reveal all of that at a certain point in time. So I will reveal all of that. Here is a Moss trailer. This is the Accolades trailer for Moss, developed by Polyarch. Of course, this game has since made its way to the Vive and the Rift. So, you know, it's nice they're throwing this in a bundle, but they're throwing it in a bundle with show name idea. I fart in your general direction. Not a bad name. Not a bad name. Let's see. Greg's VR says, I wish/hope that Creed could add a classic Rocky DLC with Apollo, Clubber Lang, Drago, Tommy. Yeah, that would. In fact, Adrian. Why don't you put Adrian out there as well? You know, let's get silly with it, right? And the chicken that Rocky had to chase around. Put his old coach out there in the boxing ring as well. Yeah, that would be awesome. They should have a DLC version that would have all of that. Yeah, the show name will be coming later. Don't worry about that. But yeah, we are going to move to a new show. It's going to be interesting. It'll be fun. It'll be exciting. Or maybe it won't. Maybe none of that. But yeah, so let's see. Did I have any other little news to grab real quick? Well, there is a tiny little bit of additional news that we can talk about real quick. Thumper, I believe this was just announced yesterday. Thumper is launching on the Oculus Go tomorrow on Thursday, September 6th. And it is going to be $10. So Thumper on the Oculus Go for $10. And I think it makes pretty good sense to have Thumper on the go. It is a great experience that you could probably play with a single, with that touchpad, just going this way and that way, hitting a button at the right time to jump up in the air or whatever like that. The thing about Thumper, though, and the thing about all this type of stuff is Oculus, one thing that Oculus really needs to figure out, and hopefully we will have announcements in this line at Oculus Connect 5. They need to figure out a system where because I own Thumper in an Oculus account. I own Thumper in an Oculus account, but now I don't own it in my Go account. We need to figure out a way to do this, not necessarily where you automatically get both games in the account, but maybe if you already have it on the Rift, you can get it for half off. If I could get Thumper on my Go for $5 because I already have it in my Oculus Rift account, I think that makes sense. There needs to be some kind of system, and I believe Oculus needs to create some kind of system because they are developing here with the Rift and with the Go. It is kind of like a Nintendo 3DS, or well, actually no, it's more like PlayStation 3 and a PlayStation Vita. It's kind of that combination, you got your PlayStation 3 when you're in the house and you're in your regular house and you have your computer and you have your VR play space, you got your PlayStation 3. When you're on the go, you're in a hotel room or whatever, you got your PlayStation Vita. And there was the cross-buy. Sony had this cross-buy deal that they had for a lot of different games, featured cross-buy. Some of them didn't. But this is something that we're going to kind of need, I think, to make the ecosystem logical for somebody that is very much into their Oculus Rift and very much into their Oculus Go. There needs to be a synergy there. So that's kind of what Chris Gould says he made this point on Reddit and got voted down to hell. Yeah, you never know what is going to happen on Reddit. It is a hive mind mentality on Reddit, and sometimes everybody agrees with you, and sometimes everybody shits all over your dream. It can happen many times. It happens on a frequent basis. It is something to deal with. Reddit can be weird like that, says Greg's VR. Absolutely. If everybody turns on you, it is like a snowball effect rolling down a hill. But yeah, Thumper on the go. You know, Thumper, I don't know. I kind of feel like Thumper is a little bit overrated. I did enjoy my time with Thumper, but that was way back. That was what, 2016, right? Thumper was a launch game, I believe, for PlayStation VR, and that's way back when I played it. And I will say that Thumper, when you have your headphones on, and I had my PSVR, you know, and I'm in that game and you're in that world and you have the volume going loud and you have that bass kicking in that game, it is visceral, you know, when you're sliding around and you're heading towards a wall and bam, you got to slide over this way and then bam, you got to slide over that way. Very visceral. I liked it, but there's other people, I know people that talked some pretty big crap about Thumper, saying it's way overrated, that Thumper is nowhere near as good as some people make it out to be. Because this is a game that always charts pretty well on the VR game rankings overall top 100 for the Vive and the Rift. Thumper is usually in the top 100 every single time. It is usually there. It gets a lot of respect. A lot of people do like it. Okay. Speaking of news stories, I do have one trailer to pop on here. It is called Witching Tower VR, and I have no idea whatsoever what the hell this is. So I don't know if this is an old game, a new game. I got clowned yesterday thinking, hey, here's a brand new game. It came out March of 2018. Was not a brand new game. It was a game that was finally leaving early access, and they were like, yeah, it's brand new. Here's a release. I'm not sure what the deal is with Witching Tower VR, but let's click on it. Let's check out this trailer and let's see what's going on here.
They say, heavy is the head that wears the crown. Perhaps, but when weighed against its power, I feel it not. And it is with this power that I will protect my kingdom. How far must I be willing to go to do so? How far is too far? I pay no mind to such questions. Many will question me, question my methods. I simply do not care. For once they see what I have done, they will tremble at the sight. None shall oppose me. I will be without equal. I will protect my kingdom. Protect it from you.
Okay, so that is Witching Tower coming this fall. This is another new game coming out of the blue, coming October 4th. So it does have a very specific date. Witching Tower, Daily Magic Productions. Don't know anything about Daily Magic Productions. Don't know anything about this game. This is the first time I'm hearing it. October 4th is not that far away. So one of the nice things about being in this VR game is as we're heading towards fall, there's a lot of VR games that may have been in development for a very long time, back when VR had a lot more hype and was looking like VR was going to be a much bigger deal, a lot faster. a lot of VR games were in development, but development takes time. And some of these games are finally completed. You know, they're finally nearing completion, and now some of these games are going to be unleashed upon us in this fourth quarter period. And that's kind of what Witching Tower looks like. Looks kind of cool. I mean, you can see it kind of reminds us a little bit of Vanishing Realms, a little bit of Carnage Chronicles, kind of a bit of a dungeon crawler type of situation here. But in addition, it looks like we do have some story that is going on here. There's definitely production value with this trailer. There also appears to be some puzzles, some puzzle gameplay as well, kind of a little bit of the gallery added in as well. This fall for VR only. You know, you got your sword, you got your bow and arrow gameplay. See, here's the puzzle stuff. You got your loot, you got different little things you can use. You can see the health indicators and what have you. The graphics look pretty good if it looks anything like this with your actual headset on. I mean, that looks like legitimate gameplay there. You got the annoying bats, you got some dogs, killer dogs. Witching Tower, brand new, never before seen as far as I can tell. And this is Daily Magic Productions. So what I'm going to do real quick here is I'm just going to do a search on Daily Magic Productions, because I've never heard of them, and I'm kind of curious, have they done anything else? Daily Magic Productions. Daily Magic Productions. I'm on their website now. And yeah, they're talking about Witching Tower. It was voted at the VR Fest Best VR Game, nominated 2018. I guess they do have a couple of other games. I was trying to see if they have a game that has already come out that we know about. They have a game called Cinder Unknown The Woods. And they have something, these are mobile games. Cinder Unknown The Woods, Royal Legacy, Kitty Pop Pirates, and Jelly Jams. It looks like they've made a lot of little, a lot of mobile games. Yeah, mostly mobile games. A lot of hidden object puzzle adventure games on mobile. This appears like this is their first big VR game, Witching Tower. Yeah, because they have a section on their website where it says VR games, and Witching Tower is the only thing on there. It does have an Oculus symbol on there. It has a Vive symbol. So we got to imagine this will hit the Oculus Store. It will hit Steam as well. So there is that. That is the Witching Tower will be coming soon. So that is pretty cool. Let's see. I was trying to think if we got any other information that's popping off. Oh, you guys need to remember, I'm on Upload VR actually, and they're mentioning the excellent virtual reality hits Vive this week. Yeah, I believe it is tomorrow. I believe it hits Steam tomorrow for let's see, is it 15 bucks on Steam? 20 bucks. Well, they say a final price hasn't been revealed, but we'd expect it to cost 20 bucks, as that is what it costs on Rift. And if you have a Daydream, Gear VR, or Oculus Go, you can get it for 10 bucks on those platforms. So yeah, just a reminder, virtual reality. I thought it was really a cool game in terms of like the comedy factor and all of that. Okay, let's see. What are people talking about in chat? Cedric Harris 12, or Harris Cedric 12. Wish I knew that before I pay for it, but it's a good game, so that's cool. Not sure what he's talking about here, which game he's talking about. This game looks like a Magic production, all right, Tessrim. Hybrid Energy says, once again, a game that looks like the Soul Keeper. Sup, fanboys, checking in. That is Hybrid Energy. Yeah, it does kind of look like the Soul Keeper. I have not checked in on Soul Keeper since that very first time. You know, that very first time we had Soul Keeper, and it just didn't work very well at all. But that will do that. And so, you know what? Let me go into my trailers. I can throw on a random trailer here. And then we can look for... Let's throw in a Pimax trailer, actually. And let's talk about Pimax for a second. I'm trying to find a better Pimax trailer, but I can't find any. Pimax is not doing a very good job in terms of like trailers and advertising and stuff like that. But you know, one of the things that I haven't mentioned in regards to Pimax is the whole Pimax 5K Plus. And what I'll say about Pimax is I got to be completely honest with everybody and just say I don't follow all of these Pimax stories as closely as a lot of you guys do. And one of the reasons I don't do it is, number one, I am not a Kickstarter backer. Number two, I don't plan, like, I think it's unlikely that I will have a Pimax headset this year, so I'm just not that hyped on it. Number three, I just have never really trusted this company, Pimax. I just feel like I remember back, do you guys remember when the Kickstarters for Pimax, I can remember all the way back to like December of last year, there were certain Kickstarters that legitimately thought they were going to get their Pimax 8K in late January or early February. Like, I'm not even kidding, guys. There were legitimately Pimax Kickstarter backers that thought, they legitimately thought they were going to get their Pimax 8K in late January or early February. And I knew everything was going to be delayed like 3, 4, 5 months longer than what everybody thought it was. And it's been way longer than that. Here we are. It is the month of September, and Pimax is still not being delivered to Kickstarters. Now, there is good news. The good news is supposedly later this month, at the end of this month, Kickstarter backers supposedly will start getting their Pimax headsets. And actually, while I talk about this, I should probably grab this one MRTV trailer. I mean, this one video from MRTV on YouTube where Sebastian is talking in Mandarin to the president of Pimax. And I am just super impressed. Like, dude, Sebastian just continues to impress me as time goes on. I continue to be impressed by Sebastian because he has a video here. It has almost 8,000 views on this video, and he's actually talking to the president of Pimax in Mandarin. Like, how fucking cool is that? Like, you know, he was like excited to post this video because he's like, nobody knows I speak Mandarin. I speak Mandarin and I'm talking to the president of Pimax. How cool is that? But in that video, what we did learn is supposedly at the end of September, they are going to start shipping. There's the guy right there. That was the guy that Sebastian was talking to. But supposedly late September, they're legitimately going to start shipping. And their hope is that every Kickstarter backer that either has the 8K or the 5K will get their headset prior to Christmas. That is basically their goal. That is basically their focus. They want everybody to get their headset prior to Christmas. And so that's the thought process there. And so supposedly it's going to start trickling out. But the big news really is the 5K Plus version is going to feature new and improved screens over the regular 5K version. That the 5K, I forgot that the Pimax 5K is another hammerhead shark with super huge field of view. It just has a lower resolution. For some reason, when I was thinking of the 5K, I was thinking of a regular headset. Like, I thought Pimax had their big hammerhead shark, but I thought Pimax also had like a regular style headset, and I was thinking that was the 5K version. Not I forgot that there's different flavors of the hammerhead. There's the full 8K version, but there's also, if you're not going to have, like, you know, a super high-end PC, you have the 5K version. And so people that have people that have kickstarted the 8K version, they're going to have the opportunity, if they want to switch to the 5K Plus version that is supposedly going to have better screens and all of that. And so this is actually kind of news. It's actually legitimate news. And I have to admit it, I've kind of been like ignoring Pimax for the most part. Part of the part of the reason that I've been ignoring it is just because, like, I'm kind of like, prove it to me that you're eventually going to freaking have an actual product. Oh man, no, I'm screwing up my whole entire thing here. I'm trying to resize, whoops, that should be locked. I'm trying to resize Sebastian's video here so I can get him with the president. He's chilling with the president of Pimax. Sebastian doing some big things, man. My boy Sebastian getting really involved out there. But yeah, he actually speaks Mandarin. Somebody in chat, I think, was saying this guy speaks like 5 different languages or something. Bullet Ape says, I don't get why they have these 2 models. Sales, cannibalism. Yeah, it's kind of like they're trying to appeal to everybody. Sebastian rocks. I saw him speaking with the Chinese owner of Pimax, but he's also the one who says Star VR is the best. Yeah, Sebastian's cool. Much love for Sebastian. I mean, this guy is out there. He's doing a lot of things. As soon as he starts talking in Chinese, I'm going to go ahead and turn up the volume here because it really is impressive. I mean, how cool would it be to be like fluent in all these different languages? His wife is from China? Okay, let's see if he's talking. So this is the Pimax guy. The Pimax guy is talking to him in Chinese, and then Sebastian kind of relays what he's saying to the crowd. But then Sebastian is also going to be talking to him in Chinese as well. It's just kind of funny, but I was like, yeah, man, this guy's doing some big stuff here.
This is a new version of the 5K, and it's called 5K Plus. And what are the differences? Well, they're using a new panel. And this new panel is better than the old panel of the 5K because, well, it has a higher PPI and also the sharpness is increased for this
higher
panel.
PPI and higher sharpness for the new panel that is in the 5K Plus. Yeah, people are talking in chat a little bit about Star VR, but wait, isn't Star VR better? Yeah, absolutely. Star VR is better. Sebastian has already said Star VR is the best VR headset, period. But Star VR is also probably a $3,000 product. Martin Anderson says, I will be surprised if Star VR is under $5,000. My prediction would be $3,000. But Martin Anderson says he'd be very surprised if Star VR is less than $5,000, and that's possible. It's certainly possible. Here he might be talking in Chinese.
Yeah.
对，它价格会有差异，因为这里面的成本啊，包括我们的定制化的这个成本会不一样。
Okay.
所以我们会有2个version，但是目前我们
I missed it, but yeah, Sebastian is a talented individual. Much love to our boy Sebastian. So let's throw in another trailer here. But yeah, I'm a little bit more interested now in the 5K Plus. I actually am a little bit more interested in the 5K Plus. I'll put this Trover video on, but I will turn the volume down so you don't have to hear all the cussing. Oh, somebody else hit me up in chat. Steve. Oh, Steve from VR Roundtable. He says, look for Skype in the window capture properties. I tried going into window capture properties. It wasn't working right. So what I am going to do in regards to having special guests on this show, I do want to have the opportunity to like bring some of you guys on and just chat about VR, especially in situations like today where I feel it's kind of a shit show and I don't really have like all these news stories lined up and stuff. I could just kind of bring somebody on and we can kind of, you know, just conversate back and forth what's going on in VR, what we've been playing. We can kind of talk about some of the news stories and stuff like that. It also would be nice. I'd really love to have a special guest on the occasion where I can kind of say, hey, why don't you talk about something for a minute, like some game that you played. And then while you're doing that, I could like get something else figured out and copy something, render something, you know, get something going. So I think it would be a good idea if I could start adding some special guests into this show at some point. And so I'm hoping to do that. And I will probably be experimenting with that offline, you know, not during the regular show, and then that way get that figured out. But one of the things I'm going to have to do is like my OBS setup. I have this big widescreen up here, and then I have my video screen there, and then I have my chat screen there. And I'm going to have to reconfigure it for when I have special guests and, you know, bounce it around, figure it all out. I will eventually figure this stuff out. I know I've kind of been taking my time. It's because I'm working on all these other things simultaneously. But let's see what people are talking about here in chat. Paradise says, there was a great developer interview with the Trover devs with Squanch Games. Cedric Harris 12, I know I did that. I didn't know if it's because I'm keep using the Odyssey. That cut off. Didn't get all of that. What GPU do you need for these new HMDs? My 1080 Ti barely handles my Oculus. What? Your 1080 Ti, if it's not doing the job, mail it to me and buy yourself a 2080 Ti on September 20th. Bullet Ape says, so with the Pimax, will backers need to already have lighthouses? Yeah, it depends on which version of the Pimax you're getting. I think initially they're just going to be shipping the individual headsets to the people that don't need the lighthouses and the controllers and all of that. And so you would basically use your same controllers, your same lighthouses, and you would just be adding the Pimax into it. The problem is you can't also add that wireless HTC Vive adapter. So which way do you go? Do you stick with a regular Vive and go wireless? Or do you go down the Pimax road? So it's going to be very interesting as far as all of that goes. And Fuzzy Dragon says, nobody wants to release news so close to Oculus 5 for fear of being forgotten in a few weeks. Yeah, news is probably going to be a little bit light, especially anything that is really Oculus related. News will be light. They will be holding some of that stuff back for Oculus. That is going to happen. That is going to be a factor. Okay, now, let's see. Okay, so what I can try doing now is I'm going to try an experiment. Since this is a shit show and we might as well experiment, I'm going to try doing a Windows capture thing. Okay, so see this little window right here? This is my 4K video downloader, which I don't really want to have this captured. So what I'm going to do is see if I can grab a different window. So Microsoft Edge, what is this one? No, that didn't work. I just want to capture... I was going to try to just capture my desktop, basically. And then go to, like, upload VR and stuff like that. But, it's not working. No, that's not working. That should not be moved. I need to lock my background. Background is now locked. So I know I can grab a browser window, but I don't want to grab a browser window. Let me see. Properties. Maybe it's not that one. Okay, let's remove this. Remove Windows Capture. Okay, so if I just want to capture my desktop, is it Display Capture? Maybe it's Display Capture. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Wow, look at this, guys. This is like straight up craziness right here, right? So now, oh man, I need to resize this though. Okay, yeah. So here we go. Resize this. All right, so this is a live experiment, folks. This is what happens when you experiment live. So what I'm going to do right here is, you can see me. I'm in OBS. This is what I see. This is what I normally see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to minimize that, and I am just going to go into this window here, and we can browse the internet together. And let's see what is on Upload VR. I'll have to see later what this looks like after we're done. Oh, no, I thought that was a lawnmower guy, but it's actually an airplane. Okay, so on Upload VR, you can see the top story here is hands-on. PSVR's Blood and Truth made me feel like John Wick. They have a topic, community download. Is the Vive wireless adapter too expensive? It's $300, so I really wouldn't say that it's that super expensive. Oculus Go's Hard Light Blade is getting a Beat Saber style rhythm mode. So there's a new Oculus Go game. Of course, the excellent virtual reality hits Vive this week. Electronauts gets some tracks from Rocket League label in a free update, and we have the crazy picture of the Vive contortion guy with the HTC Vive wireless adapter for $300. So that is what's going on Upload VR. Let me go ahead and bounce over to Road VR, and we'll see what they're talking about over here. Road to VR, Andy Serkis to star as orc-like motion capture character for Magic Leap 1. How shocking is that? That Andy Serkis would star as an orc-like motion capture character. That is so out of character for him. He's never done anything like that. So that is this Andy Serkis on Magic Leap 1. That'll be interesting. And by the way, Noah, I will get all your links and I will copy all those videos and do a little Magic Leap montage very, very soon. I will do that. Witching Tower VR, they're talking about this new trailer, which we already checked out. This is coming on October 4th. It is going to land on Steam, Oculus Store, and Viveport by Daily Magic Productions. They do have some other screenshots, like this screenshot here. And we can see the bats. The bats are probably really going to be an irritant. A lot of little skeleton dudes. So there is all of that. I got to deal with all these pop-ups. So this is what's going on at Road to VR. They are talking about Thumper is coming to the Oculus Go. Blasters of the Universe Studio is bringing out Transpose. We know about all of that. So now let me go over to the HTC Vive subreddit and check this out real quick. And the #1 story over here is the wireless adapter is available for pre-order on Microsoft Store. And I can click on this. This is the nice thing about doing a browser on the show here. If I go back there, yeah, then it makes the matrix like that. But the nice thing about it is I can show you guys these kinds of things. So HTC Vive wireless adapter, $299, comes out on September 24th. Just a couple of days after everybody is going to buy their 2080 Ti's. So it is going to be a very expensive month of September. Freedom uninterrupted. Unlock the full potential of the Vive. More players? No problem. Free Viveport subscription powered by Windows 10. Although some people were talking about it's like a Windows 8 thing, like they messed up on something. Vive wireless adapter on Amazon. Actually, if you click on this, there is a product page for this, but it says currently unavailable now. And they do have the Pro add-on for $60. So if you have the HTC Vive Pro, they do have this add-on for $60. This item will be released on September 24th. And I think, isn't HTC Vive selling this directly for $80? So I guess you could save $20 if you buy it from Amazon. That is a little HTC Vive Pro deal there. Okay, that's the PSVR subreddit. Let me go back to the Vive subreddit here. There is an interesting story that Art Hands VR has posted about shipments of VR headsets in Q2. And he's saying these are some shipment numbers for Q2 2018. Mobile VR combined shipments, 409,000 mobile VR headsets were shipped in Q2 of 2018. If you add the HTC Vive and the Vive Pro together, 111,000 HTC Vive products were shipped in Q2 of 2018. Oculus Rift, a little bit over 100,000 Oculus Rift headsets were shipped in the second quarter of 2018. And PSVR, it's a little bit under 100,000, which that doesn't sound right to me. For them to be at 3 million and they only sold 93,000 in the second quarter doesn't really add up as far as I'm concerned. Standalone VR, Oculus Go, Xiaomi Mi VR, etc., blah, 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 about 212,000. I guess combined, no, I guess actually combined 409,000 is combining all of these, maybe, is it? But this is the IDC, and I don't believe these are exact numbers. This is probably their estimations of the exact numbers. Worldwide shipments of virtual reality headsets were down 33.7% year over year in the second quarter. Oh my God, VR is dead. It is dead. VR has died. Let's quit. Let's all go back to playing flat games. You know, speaking of flat games, let me go back to back to chat here. So I'm going to move this off of the screen just like this for a second. But let's go back and flat games, guys. Is anybody interested in playing Spider-Man on PlayStation 4? Is that out now? Like, can I go to Redbox and rent Spider-Man? That is, I'm slightly tempted. I am slightly tempted by a flat game. I'm curious if anybody else ever gets tempted of flat games. Okay, let's go back and see what people are talking about in chat. Bullet Ape is talking about his PC. He's on a 4790 overclocked to 4.4. He has a 1080 Ti. Everything works great. So yeah, if you have a 1080 Ti, you should be able to play everything very well. Fuzzy Dragon said you should do a top 10 of games you've never played. That's actually a pretty good idea, Fuzzy Dragon, absolutely. Logan68 says, thanks watching the Dying Light vid after this show. There's another Dying Light game. Vive Tracker on Australian Vive site and accessories available to order now by the looks of it. $170. Is that just for the Vive Pro thing, that little adapter that's like $60? They're charging $170 for that? Or are you saying you can get, oh no, Vive Tracker. Okay, this is the Vive Tracker. Does anybody have a Vive Tracker and use it for anything? Tessrim says, speaking of flat games, let's go back to Cyberpunk 2077. Well, the thing about flat games, though, is a flat game that is 3 years away, I can't get hyped on it. But like a pancake game that comes out today that is a big-time pancake game like Spider-Man, Paradise Decay says, I am quite interested in Pancake Man. Octoman PC says, I play a lot of flat games on my Oculus 120-inch screen. Oh, Lawnmower Guy just arrived, ladies and gentlemen. Lawnmower Guy is in the building. It is actually 12:08, and Lawnmower Guy has just arrived. I've been going for an hour. I've really been going for an hour. How time flies when you do a shit show and you have no idea what the hell you're doing. Time does fly. Noah says he has pre-ordered Spider-Man PS4. See, Noah, dude, you got a PS4. So buy yourself the Astrobot bundle, or maybe buy yourself the Creed bundle. It's a good idea, man. You could jump on the VR bandwagon. PSVR is still a very cool thing. I continue to play Firewall Zero Hour. Very impressive. There's a lot of good stuff on PSVR. I would probably grab one of those. Yeah, Noah, you should. In fact, Noah, I'm not sure what city you're in, but if you have a large Craigslist population in your city, you can pick up a used PlayStation VR for like $180 that might have the moves, the camera. You know, I mean, for $200, you could probably get everything. Now, you're going to get the old version. You're not going to get the new version that is a little bit better, but you can get into PSVR gaming for very cheap if you go used, if you definitely go down the used road. But yeah, so that's some of that information I was seeing. If there's any other little stories we can get to before I bounced out of here. Actually, why don't I go back? Let's go back to this, and I will check the. Let's check the Oculus subreddit. Let's check the PSVR subreddit before we bounce out of here. Let's see what people are talking about. So in the Oculus subreddit, original 1992 Wolfenstein 3D is now available. Yeah, if you guys haven't played this, why not? Because you can download this guy's mod that he did, and it works damn good. The ceiling looks good, the floor looks good, the walls look good. There's pretty good immersion here. The guns feel good, the sound is good. This was really nicely designed. I am very curious to see, though, what does id Software think about all of this? You would think they would be very upset by all of that. They are talking about the Witching Tower VR official trailer. They're talking about, oh, Wii Golf in VR, Tea Time Golf. Is this a new trailer? Let's see if I can check this out. Just bought Tea Time Golf on Steam. Oh no, that's been out for a while. Okay, so it's kind of like a Wii Golf in VR. Trains VR on Steam. I could try grabbing the trailer for that. Sorry about the noise, guys. It's going to get hella loud right about now. So this is Trains VR. I guess this released on August 30th, so it's relatively new. It is on sale, 15% off. Although it ends in another day or so, it is down to $12.74 for Trains VR. Hop on the puzzle train. Welcome to the fantasy world of railroads, locomotives, and stations where you can become both a constructor and a conductor. There's another train game, though, Rolling Line, that looks really good. I think that looks better than Trains VR. It's funny how there's so many train games now. But let me go to PSVR subreddit, see what they're talking about over here. Firewall is awesome, but not enough gameplay per match. They are talking about the new PSVR bundles, Creed, Astrobot, Superhot, and Moss. Let's see what some of the comments are in these bundles. There should be one complete bundle with aim controller, VR headset, and firewall. Yeah, that would kind of be a smart bundle, actually. They don't have a bundle that packs the aim controller in there as well. Space Channel 5 looks like it's heading to PSVR in 2019. And just a bunch of other miscellaneous nonsense. Okay, guys, well, I tell you what, we are at a point now where the lawnmower guy is here. It is getting loud. It is getting obnoxious. So basically, I will go ahead and bounce out of here. And what I can say, though, is what I am going to do is maybe with Noah or maybe with somebody else, I am going to try doing some experiments so that tomorrow maybe I can have a special guest on here and I'll have another window and I'll be able to bring a special guest in. I think it will add something to the show. I think it'll be kind of cool, especially for shows where I don't have a lot prepared. I think it would help it quite a bit, so we will look on that. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and find my outro trailer and bounce out of here. Yeah, there's going to be shows like this. When you do a show every single day, I feel like I've got a built-in excuse. You know, I'm doing a show every single day. There's going to be crappy shows. This is the way it works. When you try to do a show every day, you're going to have some craptacular shows. Okay, so that has been VR Game Rankings. Thanks so much. Subscribe, like the videos, all these kinds of things. And I will definitely see everybody tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific time, maybe with a special guest. So hopefully I'll have a special guest. And if anybody else wants to get on the show, wants to Skype into the show, shoot me an email, info@vrgamerankings.com. You don't have to come on for the entire show. You know, it could be like, you could come on for like 10, 15 minutes, something like that. So if you want to get on the show, let me know, and we could try getting you on the show once I figure all of this out. But I'll see you guys tomorrow, 11 a.m. Pacific time. Take it easy. Later.